Welcome back to Analyze to Realize podcast. This is your host, Tyler, and with me is Titus. Titus, do you want to start this conversation?
Sure. So we want to cover pretty serious topic that our country is dealing with right now, and I mean maybe they have been for a while, but it's gotten worse as of recent. It's just kneeling for the flag, and there's an issue with that. If you don't understand why kneeling for the flag is disrespectful, just look back to what traditionally kneeling is for. When is a time that you usually kneel? Okay, typically you kneel at, say, someone's grave, to show respect because they're in the ground there, or say, in a very extreme case, you might kneel to a certain leader, which means you're worshiping people. I mean, it's kind of an issue, but when you get on the ground and you kneel, I feel like you claim that it's what's the word here? A protest. You claim it's a protest, but the thing is, and all these people, if you talk to the people that do this, they say, well, we're protesting the government, or we're protesting.
Yeah. You may not agree with... Is there a hair on the mic?
Yeah, you're good.
So you may not agree with what the government is doing. You may not agree what the country state it's in. But when you kneel for the national anthem, you are giving a great disrespect to all the soldiers and veterans who have died fighting for your freedom. Because you're not just honoring the country when you stand up and put your hand on your heart and listen to the national anthem. You're honoring all the brave men and women who have fought for this country and its freedoms.
Absolutely, Tyler. And yes, they fought for our freedom and our right to kneel, but that's pretty messed up if someone thinks they can kneel at the flag. I mean, if you're doing it because you think you're protesting the country or you're protesting the government, reality is you're not, because it's a simple 2 to 3 minute moment when you're showing respect to the flag and what the country is built on. The whole point of why we're here, our freedoms, and for the people that died for those freedoms and the people that still dies for those freedoms, not to mention all the people that have been killed for no reason at all. Just that could have been avoided. All the deaths could have been avoided, and you're disrespecting it by putting your knee down and basically you think you're protesting all that. And I get it, like people protested the war in Vietnam and all that stuff, and it's been a historical thing. But
yeah, we don't even agree with all the stuff the government does, but
oh, definitely.
But it's a respect thing.
Yeah, I definitely do not like the government and what they're doing. I'd never have, but it's not about that. It's about the flag. It's about the people.
Yeah, it's about the people.
It's about the true heart of America and where we are today, and it's about roots, historic roots, and what we built. That flag does not represent our modern day America, because Lord knows our modern day America is just not great anymore. But no, it's about tradition. It's about respect and standing by those, never leaving a man behind. That's what standing for the American flag is for. It's not just you're protesting more than just the government at that point. And so in those 3 minutes, whether you agree or disagree, then you just need to show some respect. Okay? And I mean, if you have to walk away, if you're that kind of person, if you're scum and you have to walk away during that, then whatever, that's your thing. Go into the locker room or go in the restroom, whatever. But don't be out there and showing, don't be making a scene. That's the biggest issue I have with all these, athletes that were doing it, is they're doing it right in the middle of the field where everybody can see them. They're making a scene. They're causing controversy on purpose. If they really had a disagreement with all of this and they were respectful, they would go into the freaking locker room and go kneel or do whatever in their own privacy. No video cameras, none of that crap. But it's all about making money now. It's all about advertising.
Can I ask you a question, Titus?
Yes.
So let's say in a scenario where somebody was kneeling, but you agreed the reason why they were kneeling is something you also had a problem with, but you agreed with the reasoning why, but you don't agree with them kneeling, right? Because if somebody was kneeling for something we were protesting about, something we both agreed
Sure.
on, I still wouldn't want to kneel because it's still a disrespect.
Right. And
Like if somebody was kneeling for some Christian cause or something,
Sure.
for even then you wouldn't agree with it because it's still disrespectful.
Exactly. And we've come full circle here. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Is even if it's something that I care about, even very deeply, the fact is this is not the time and the place. That's the number one problem with these protests is people need to understand there's a time and a place to protest. There's a time for war, there's a time for peace, etc. And there's never a time to kneel.
Isn't that a song? Turn, turn, turn.
Yeah, by the Birds, I think, right?
Didn't the guy just pass away? Crosby or whatever his name was?
That could be. I'm not
From
sure.
Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
But yeah, that's a very good song. It's actually an anti-war song, if I'm not mistaken. You know, to everything turn, there is a season. But yeah, there is a season. There really is. And in none of those seasons is there a time to kneel when the American flag is being shown and the anthem is being said. If you disagree with it, get out of our country. It's pretty straightforward. There are many other countries who would gladly like to see you protest their flag and not give you the freedoms to do so. So I'd appreciate it if you just don't do that. You know, it's really not that difficult.
God bless America.
God bless America.